everyone, so welcome back for the grand reveal of my apartment. First things first, shoes off, and then you can go inside. We got ourselves an IKEA wardrobe so you can hang up extra clothes, bags, shoes before you go inside. Here is the kitchen. This is a tiny kitchen alleyway before you go into the main apartment, aka the living room. Here you can see that we have a lot of windows and high ceilings, which we love. In the corner, my sister has her work from home space and my computer and desk before you go into my room here in this corner and my sister's room over there in that corner. We can go through my room first. Although I don't have much stuff, this room's pretty tiny, so I had to put my bed this way. Next to my bed is my personal bathroom, huge, with 2 closets on each side, which was nice for extra storage. And then once we go out back into the living room, you can see that we finally got a carpet and a table that converts into a dining table for us to eat at. Next is my sister's room. She has a lot more stuff than I do and a bigger bed, but she was able to fit everything in. That's her closet space in the middle, right before you hit her bathroom. Her room faces east, so she gets a lot of sun, so she uses the blinds. Luckily, neither of us have to buy a lot more stuff for the apartment. We brought this TV, the TV stand, the beanbag, the couch, all from my parents' place. Overall, we just had to buy some supplies, such as the laundry room storage that we created in here, so that we can have a little space where we can put the laundry detergent and the softener and hang our undergarments on. Otherwise, the rest of the stuff was like kitchen items such as dishware and oven mitts and spices and dish racks and all that jazz, so that we can have our own set of stuff for the kitchen. I love that this kitchen has multiple storage cabinets so that we can put all of our dishware when we're not using them. And it also has a dishwasher that we'll probably not use because we're so used to using it as extra storage. Otherwise, we have a full fridge and full freezer for us to use, and then that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and you can stay tuned for how we lived the past 14 months now. So it's officially been only 3 days since we moved into this apartment. Here you can see we are shopping at H Mart, but as soon as we got out and we were heading home, we unfortunately got into a car accident. As you can see, a car hit us while we were crossing the street and deployed all of our airbags. So unfortunately, all the sensors went haywire and we had to tow our car, which sucked. Way to start the new year, just our luck. So I spent the next day at home eating and watching TV along with my sister. Here's my dog playing at the dog park.
She looks so confused.
She's really confused because she's never played with dogs before. And then we got our Wi-Fi installed and finally got the carpet a couple days later. We also got to enjoy a quick trip out to Vermont to snowboard for a bit, which was nice. We also checked out the Charlie's restaurant downstairs. Great service, but the food was just okay. It's German inspired. Anyways, I love the sunrises that we get here in this apartment. And this is my friend Andrew, who came over to binge watch Sign of Sea with me. And then, unfortunately, I got a concussion while snowboarding, so I stayed home and watched the snow. A couple days later, we revisited the dog park where Candy just bounced. She said bye. This is her with her new haircut. Unfortunately for Sarah, the month of March was hard because her and her boyfriend broke up, so we ended up spending a lot of time together. Luckily, my cousin Alicia came over to visit as well. After 3 years, I left my eBlue job and joined the ED crew downstairs. Surprisingly, we got a lot of snow this year, but it was fine because Irby had a lot of indoor events. And by the time April came around, Sarah was happily hanging out with friends. We went paintballing for the first time, and I even got to go to Charlie's free happy hour, and then Julia came over for spring break. And although I got COVID at the beginning of May, the rest of May was so nice. I was able to replant my plants and even go to Toronto with my sister and my cousin Sam. The month of June was jam-packed with my friend's bachelorette party, Irby's summer barbecue that they hosted outside. I even went to the fair with my friend Joanne and went to Wildwood for the first time. July was equally as busy with my other friends Grace's bachelorette, and then me and my sisters going to New York City for restaurant week, and my mom coming over for the first time to our apartment. And the busyness didn't stop there. In August, I had another friend's bachelorette party, and While I was away, you can see Candy just digging away at my bed because she misses me. How adorable. And on my day off, we finally got to use the grill to cook some steak while Candy just sat outside. And this is Candy testing out the new toy for our newest member of the family, Lumi. She's half Australian Shepherd and half Poodle, so a lot of energy. This is the first time Candy and Lumi met. It was definitely a big adjustment for our family with this new puppy. Even Candy had to quote put Lumi in her place since Lumi gets the zoomies during the night, so Candy would try and tell her to calm down since it's so late. But overall, they were absolutely adorable. This is around when Lumi was still the same size as Candy and figuring out how to use the new Furbo machine that we got. She was absolutely precious. Genuinely looks like a cloud, hence her name in Korean, Kurumi. So cute. But then they wanted to give her a haircut, so she looked like this. Oh my goodness. Anyways, this is the one clip that my sister actually filmed of both of them playing. This is the first time Candy ever showed interest in playing with Lumi, and I thought this was so adorable because Candy genuinely never played with any other dogs because at home we never had any doggy play dates. So I thought this was really cute, but unfortunately it didn't last long. Candy got overwhelmed with Lumi's energy and then they ended up not playing anymore. But that was fine because they still were cordial and they still hung out together. And since it was the end of the summer, they had a happy hour event outside and I finally utilized the pool. And then this is the one clip that I got of Candy and Lumi fighting over Candy's toy. And since the weather was so nice after Labor Day, they had this jazz happy hour event and we were able to go to that and the pool afterwards. And later in September, my friend had a Disney wedding in Florida, so I went to that. Before you knew it, it was already October. I went to Iceland with a group of my friends and family. This is the dogs back at home. And then it was fall and the leaves were changing outside, which was pretty. I took the dogs out both to the dog park. Lumi loved playing with the other dogs, whereas Candy was on my side. And then the sun started setting earlier, and I got to hang out with my friend Ashley, who moved into the Urby next door. Unfortunately, by the end of November, I hurt myself. Video to come. Lumi got spayed, so this is her wearing her little jammy, but it didn't work, so we got her a little cone instead. Both of us were just recovering the entirety of the month of November, and then it was suddenly December, which meant that our lease was almost over, and so we had to utilize the speakeasy space that they gave us for free when signing the lease. So this is us checking out the space for a future event that we wanted to do. And then it was New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day, and I can't believe it's already been a whole year since we moved into this apartment. Anyways, I enjoyed the last couple months going to Hawaii, spending my birthday in the speakeasy event that I hosted that I showed you guys before. Although the year wasn't exactly what I hoped to be, I'm grateful for all the experiences and for another year of being alive. The rest of January, I was recovering from surgery, so the majority of my time I spent going to Urby's events like this free breakfast that they had, and then just relaxing with my dogs at home and just spending time with them. And I even got to hone in on some of my hobbies like photography. I was able to take photos of some of the residents that lived in the Urby building and some of the Urby spaces. My friends came and visited me, along with Julia, who came and helped me a lot during this time of recovery. I'm super grateful for Charlie hosting multiple breakfast events so that I can just go downstairs and have a fully prepared breakfast. Their breakfast is absolutely phenomenal. I highly recommend going. And then before we knew it, it's time to move out. As you can see, I'm still hobbling a little bit, but the move needed to get done, so we cleaned up as much as possible. My mom and dad and sister were really helpful with the move out process. And before we knew it, we were saying goodbye to this first home that we had together, and created so many memories and just so many life changes and experiences here. And yeah, it's a little bit nostalgic, but at the same time, I feel like it was just temporary, like we were living in an Airbnb. But yeah, anyways, good times. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see